You're listening to Lochs Radio on 106 and 106.6 FM, and we're also online at www.2lr.co.uk, and we're here this evening at the Gairloch 10K road race, and all proceeds gained around the race are going to Lochs Radio and Highland Hospice. We're sharing the proceeds from the various bits and pieces around the race with our colleagues at Highland Hospice. If you're in the area, do pop down, do cheer the runners on as they're going past. If you're driving on the road between the studio and Sand, give the runners a wide berth. They're working very hard out there, and they can do with all the help they can get. Give them a bit of room to manoeuvre. Coming up in a few minutes' time, we're maybe going out to our Alex, who's outside with the outside broadcast, and then we'll get some more music just now, though. This is from a bunch of runners have just left, about 5 to 7 they set off. They're going up to the Sands campsite, and then that's the 5k turn, and then they'll be back here round about 7:30. If you're anywhere in the village, do go along to the road between the studio here and the Sands campsite. Give them a cheer as they're going along. They will need it, even though they look really ready and raring to go.
Well, it should be 7, but we may have been 2 minutes early, but we had everyone who wanted to run.
Central Strath time, and there's around 4 dozen got off. I didn't get the full list, I haven't yet seen it, but it appears to be around 4 dozen entrants.
Okay, and there are some quite serious runners amongst them, aren't there?
There are some very serious runners. Andy O'Sullivan, who's the organiser, he's on something like 500 races organised up and down the length of the country, and this is the furthest north that he does. He lives 460 miles away from here, but nonetheless he thinks this is the most beautiful run he's ever done. Last week he was doing the Bupa Greater Manchester run, and what a change for him.
Absolutely. Well, certainly on a day like today, it's just beautiful for it. We'll come back to you and maybe a couple of the others out here in a wee while, but in the moment, back to Liz in the studio.
Thanks very much, Alex, and thanks, Ian. Keep an eye on those stopwatches. I believe you've got 3 stopwatches this year.
Is there anything different or extra for the first people home?
Yes, there's a good number of prizes for the first one, the oldest one, the newcomer, all these various things, and Andy has got that all in hand.
Excellent. He does. He's a real past master at organising these things, isn't he?
He's arranged marathons and all these sort of runs up and down the length of the country. He's organised and actually earned in funds. I think you're topping £500,000 now, which goes to good causes.
That's incredible. Good. And just a reminder that tonight the extra funds raised around the race will be going jointly between Lochs Radio and the Highland Hospice.
Yes, which are very good causes, and we always sponsor them anyway, so I'm quite happy to donate.
Very good. And if anybody would like to come down here, we have a table here. There's a raffle going as well, and I think the raffle will also be carrying on afterwards, won't it?
Yes, going up to the Millcroft Hotel where the prize giving will be, and there will be raffles going on there, and take it as that. It'll be a nice atmosphere. Well worth going down.
Good. So if you've got even just a few minutes to spare and you're in the area, or a little bit longer, do come down. I'll let Anne go now because she's got lots of duties to get back to. She's creeping back to them now. So I'll just hand back to you now in the studio, Liz.
Thanks very much, Alex, and thanks, Anne. I hope you're keeping those stopwatches very, very safe, and we expect the first runners back in a little over 15 minutes or so, and we'll keep you posted on that. If you are in the area, do come down. As we say, there's a table with raffle prizes. There's you'll be able to cheer the runners home as they come in. And we go over to Alex now, who's got the first runners coming through.
I don't know if you can hear the clapping in the background. Everybody is clapping. The first person's just approaching. He's about 30 metres off. And here he comes. It's runner number 229. And we'll maybe have a wee chat to him in a minute. He's just crossed the line now. And Anna and Ian Burks have noted his time. I'll just pop over and just check what that time was. What was the time on that?
36:35.
So 36 minutes, 35 seconds. Very good. And do we know the name for that runner?
No, we just have a number, 229.
Okay, we'll get the name in a minute. So that's, I can see the next one in the distance. So he's going to be have been something like a minute ahead of the next person, isn't he?
Tremendous gap.
Yeah. Okay.
Convincing.
Another one I think is just disappearing into the sun up in Strath, which is not a phrase you often use.
No, it's blinding. It's absolutely bouncing.
Absolutely right. All right. I shall just move away from the finish line as he comes through. And it's runner number 238 coming in and crossing the line right now. And then the woman, first lady runner, in third position, 228. And she's crossed the line. So that's the first three home. 2 men and 1 lady. And I can't see anybody else yet at the moment. So it looks like that group of 3 were well in the lead. I'll go back to you now, Liz, in the studio in a moment, and maybe when a couple of runners have got their breath, we'll come back and have a wee chat to them.
Okay, thanks very much, Alex. Fundraiser, and I think Alex has got a runner there who's caught his breath and ready to have a few words.
Yes, indeed. In fact, I've got the 2 front runners here with me, known only at the moment as 229 and 238. So first of all, perhaps you'd like to tell us your names there.
My name's Russell Owen.
And you came in about 36 minutes, I think.
Just over 36, yeah.
That's pretty good. And you second?
Second, Andrew Wilby, about a minute behind first.
Very good. So what was it like today's run? How would you compare that?
Oh, well, it's about third or fourth road race I've ever done, really. So it was a lovely course, obviously, in a fantastic setting and perfect weather for it, really. Nice cool breeze off the sea, so really good, yeah. And lots of support on the course as well. It was really, really good. Really enjoyed it, yeah.
Good. So if this is road racing isn't your main thing, then what do you know? What's your main?
Fell and cross country, mainly, yeah.
And where do you come from?
Well, I live in Lancashire, in Blackburn in Lancashire, but I'm from Wales, so I run for a Welsh club.
Okay. Right. And have you just come up here for this today, or are you up here anyway?
No, we're up here since Friday, really, so we're just staying in Pooley at the moment, so going back home tomorrow, make our way home nice and steady, yeah.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on being first home and second home.
Hiya.
So where have you come from today?
Fairly local, stay in Dingwall.
Oh, right, okay, so that's, you didn't run over there?
No, I was working over here today, so I met up with friends and thought I'd do the race tonight.
So was that just chance? You didn't come over deliberately to do it?
I knew the race was on and just managed to work out nicely with work. I'd just stay over here.
Right, and are you in a race club?
I do run for Highland Hill Runners, yeah, but only just sort of started running, really.
You weren't involved in this run over Sleoch the other day?
I was actually out sort of spectating, kind of marshalling.
So some phenomenal runs on that.
It was, it looked a brilliant day for it, as is tonight.
Yeah, good. So what's next on the calendar for you guys?
I don't know, really. I was thinking of doing a long fell race in Wales on Saturday, but I've not entered it yet, so I better get around to doing it. So, nothing planned at the moment. But
And yourself?
I don't actually know. Probably try and head out and we'll do some rock climbing or something a bit less strenuous.
Right, well, I shall hand back to the studio now, maybe try and get a word with the First Lady back, who was just behind you guys, wasn't she?
Phenomenal, yeah, absolutely fantastic run. And I'm sure she's a really, really decent runner. She was really, really going well. So, yeah. Really
Excellent, good. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks, Alex, coming back. And Alex has got somebody with him at the moment.
Yes, I'm with the First Lady back. Hello, hi, who are you?
Jenny Bannerman from Inverness.
Hi. You were just about a minute behind the leaders.
Yeah, I was started off not too far behind them. They managed to get a little bit of a lead, but managed to pull one of them back in, and there was 2 in front of me. Almost caught the second man on the way in, but not quite. But he certainly spurred me on to get a PB in the end.
Gave you a target there to be going for. Okay.
Nothing.
Do you do a lot of running?
Yeah, I do a lot of running sort of competitively, and just decided to come up this afternoon due to a change in races this weekend. There's one I'm not doing, so thought about 3:30 we'll just come up and see how we get on. So
it took just 2 or 3 hours before the beginning of the race. You shot over.
Yeah, we just decided, right, we'll leave in half an hour, and up we came.
Absolutely brilliant. It's been a good day for it, hasn't it?
Yeah, really nice evening. I train at night most of the time, so it's good to race in the evening as well, and not much wind, and which is important because it's an out and back course, so it was good conditions as well.
And it's what's the spirit like at races like this, do you find?
It was a really relaxed atmosphere this evening, which I suppose helped. Just because there was no pressure or anything, everybody just seemed to be chatting away to each other and everything. So I think it does help, and you know, there are more competitive ones nearer home that kind of edge the enjoyment off it a little bit because you're getting too nervous about it. So it was nice this evening.
I think everybody always says it's a good atmosphere here. So there you were just having an afternoon cup of tea, and then here you are winning the race.
Yeah, I actually got a personal best by about 10 seconds as well. So it was unexpected in that as well. I suppose it must be a good thing about being relaxed.
Fantastic. That's really good. So are you part of a running club?
Yeah, I run for the Inverness Harriers. So there's myself and Alec up this evening from Inverness. My dad drove me up this evening. So
Alec's running as well, is he?
Yeah.
And how's he done?
I think he ran all right. Seemed to just come in a minute or so there. So it was good, yeah.
Not quite in your league.
No, train with him as well though. So it's nice to have a familiar face running in the same race as well.
So what's your next fixture?
Do a bit of track running, so I'm running on the track in a Petrofac League 1500 metres on Sunday. So going down a fair few distances on Sunday, so that's next, and then we've got a couple of shorter races and maybe get a couple of more 10Ks in at the end of the year as well.
So this is a year-round thing for you?
Yeah, all year. Less cross-country in the cross-country season, but do a little bit of that as well. So.
Okay, well thanks very, very much for talking to us, and congratulations on such a good time. Thank you. Back to you now, Liz.
Thanks very much, Alex, and many congratulations to all those runners who've completed already, and there's a few still out on the course, and we'll be going to them later on. If you see them, give them a cheer, give them a wave as they go past. They've been working awfully hard tonight, even though they are almost perfect conditions to be running in. And I believe you've got a commando with you at the moment, Alex.
Not so much a Kishorn commando, but
a Kerrysdale commando.
A Kerrysdale commando, yes. I've been joined again by Willie McRae, who's come back in a good time on the run. How did you do, Willie?
I was about almost a minute slower than last year, Alex.
That's not bad, is it? So how did you find the run, though?
It was good, yeah. Conditions were perfect for running.
Yeah. And there's quite a good field this year, isn't there?
Much bigger field. I think it looks like to be almost double the amount of last year. Yeah.
So the competition didn't put you off?
No.
Good. And the weather, of course, you just couldn't ask for more, could you?
No, it's absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Are there many other local folks in that you know?
Yes, I see Sandy McKenzie, Lena Hurt, Jerry Baptist.
And a few ladies. I've seen Yvonne Leonard just came through, and Carol Bulmer, of course, was quite early on as well.
And Leanne Morrison.
It's quite a nice gathering here now, getting a bit of a street party going.
It is, yeah.
Do you do many other runs?
Not really, no. I do enough to do the wilderness, just train enough to get round, that's about it. And the Sky Half occasionally.
So the Wilderness Challenge is back home this year, isn't it?
Yeah, it's back home to Pillue. Looking forward to that.
Right. And do you do the full length?
I've entered for the full. There's always the option to step down to the 13 on the day if you feel like it, but I hope to do the full one.
Right. Okay. How long did that take you last time?
I think I was about 4:25 or thereabouts.
Yeah, and that's 4 hours, don't you? Against the minutes on this race.
Yeah.
So that's going to be that's about 5 times longer running.
Yeah, and the terrain is a bit different too. Yeah.
Mind you, if the weather was like this, the terrain's not too bad, I guess, on the Wilderness Challenge either.
No, it'd be perfect like this.
Yeah. And we were saying earlier, you were out for the Slioch run at the weekend.
Yeah, I didn't take part. I was just helping to timekeeping and so on. But there were 5 runners inside the record, which is pretty amazing.
And the record was beaten by a good margin, wasn't it?
The record went by 14 minutes, and the second runner he's ahead in the British Championships just now. But Finland Wild, the Lochs runner, was a minute behind him at the top of Slioch, but he overtook him, and he was 6 minutes ahead by the time he reached the base of the mountain.
He gained 7 minutes on one single descent.
He gained 7 minutes on the descent, which is pretty amazing. Yeah.
What was he doing? Rolling?
Just about, yeah.
No, actually, I mean, it's quite a serious point, isn't it? You could injure yourself quite badly doing
Oh yes, yeah. But he's a well-known downhiller. He won the Ben Nevis race the last 2 years in a row. So he's a lochs lad in Lochs too. So
good. How many folks took part in that one? Do you think?
There was 52 took part in the Slioch race.
That's quite a crowd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that every year, the Slioch one?
This is the fifth. That was the 5th year. Last year it was a Scottish Hill Championship race, so there was 152 part last year.
Wow.
But normally it's about 50 or 60.
So that means sometimes they become part of a full championship.
Yeah, they choose some of the bigger races for the championship. Yeah.
Right, okay, excellent. Well, thanks very much, Willie. I bet you'll. Have you had your tea yet?
I haven't, no.
Right. In that case, we'd better let you go. And back to you in the studio, Liz.
Thanks very much, Alex. Well, it seems that most of the runners are coming towards the end of their 10K road race now. Just many congratulations to all of them. They've done a superb job, and that's what the runners have been doing this evening here on the Gairloch 10K road race. That's about it, Alex, is it?
Yes, I think all the runners, in fact, are back now. There are 1 or 2 that are walking that are still to come in, but I think the last person who was actively running came in at just under the hour, 58 minutes something.
That's very good.
Yeah, so the total spread of times is between 36 and 58 minutes, which is actually not a terribly wide spread, is it?
Quite a tight finish,
quite
really.
Yes, it is. I think I just saw a couple of people come through just now, so I think that's probably the stragglers. Just through. Sounds of some people being cheered out there, I think.
Quite right, because they've worked awfully hard.
They have. It's been very good, and obviously everyone's very happy, and there's a good turnout. Far nicer weather than last year. Enough breeze to keep away midges and blow the sweat a bit cooler. So I think it's